Greetings and happy Tuesday. It's time for stories. Time specifically this week for Easter stories. Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way. I have to be quiet because I'm filming this late and the critters are sleeping. Today's story is the story of Peter Rabbit. I put my feet up on my wall. Let's get comfortable. Maybe not that high. I'll hold the book and open it up and read it. Here is our front cover. It says, The Story of Peter Rabbit. And there's Peter Rabbit in the garden eating what looks like radishes. By Beatrix Potter. She is the writer. Illustrated by Lisa McHugh. Lisa is the person that drew the pictures. So there is our front cover. Let's open the book and let's see what's inside. Oh, it's my book. There's my insignia. That would probably be our title page because we don't have anything more formal here. These are the nice board books that we read this time of year in school. So they're a little bit more simplified. And you can see that the pages, nice and thick, makes them easy for turning. Look at our bunny family. Once upon a time, there were 4 little rabbits, and their names were Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. They lived with their mother in a sandbank underneath the root of a very big fir tree. Look at the pine cones. There's lots of pine cones. And there they are, happily living at the base of the pine tree. You could see all the pine cones. Should we count all the pine cones? It'll keep us busy for a minute, but I think we can. Let's start at the top left. 1. Excuse my wall. It's in the background. The dogs ripped it, and I'm always putting my feet up on it. Get cozy in my reading corner. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 pine cones around the picture. Let's see how many pine cones are in the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Give it a real good eyeball and make sure we're not missing any. And I think we got them all. So there is our happy bunny family. Let's turn the page. Oh, look at them enjoying the garden and playing, having a good time. Ooh, boy, yummy. Here's Peter. Now, my dears, said old Mrs. Rabbit one morning, you may go into the fields or down the lane, but don't go in Mr. McGregor's garden. Your father had an accident there, and he was put in a pie by Mrs. McGregor. Run along and don't get into mischief. I am going out. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, who are good little bunnies, went down the lane to gather blackberries. I guess that's what they're doing right there, gathering their berries. Peter, look at what's around the pages of this book. berries. Lots and lots of berries. Oh, hi, Evan. I see you in the background there, Evan and Haley. We're all inside tonight because it's raining. Yeah, you want to say hi too? Yeah, you want to say hi too? That's Bonita. Yeah, hi. Hi, Evan. Hi, Haley. Yes, hi. Everybody tell Bonita hi. Hi. So you want to come say hi? Hi. Okay, Mama's going to get back to reading now. Oh, yes. Mama needs to get back to reading now, okay? Here we go. Let's find out what Peter is about to do. Gonna turn our nice thick page. See if we can turn our nice thick page here. It feels like there's two in here. And I know there's two in here, and they're like totally stuck. Because Peter's running away. Here we go. They're so thick, they're hard to separate. It's so funny. But Peter, who was very naughty, ran straight away to Mr. McGregor's garden and squeezed under the gate. First, he ate some lettuce and some French beans, and then he ate some radishes. And then, feeling rather sick, he went to look for some parsley. Oh my goodness, look at that garden. Oh, and there's Peter. So what we saw on the front cover, he is just chowing down. Oh my gosh. The lettuce. Looking for the French beans here. French beans and radishes. Peter was just eating more than he should. And around this page, we have radishes. Let's count and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 radishes around our picture. Let's see how many radishes are in our picture. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see 8 radishes. Hi, Evan. Hi. Hi. Evan says hi. Hi. Yes. This is Evan. Hi, baby. Yeah. You look so good this evening. All nice and warm, huh? I gotta get back to the story now, okay? I love you. I get back and read the story now, okay? Evan says hi. Let's try and do this when they're all peaceful so that we're not interrupted, but there's going to be a little bit of an interruption anyways because not everybody sleeps all at once and they love attention. All right, let's turn the page and see what happens next. Are you enjoying the story? Are you enjoying the story? Are you? No, Haley's enjoying the story too. She's wagging her tail. She says, oh, I like the story too. I like when you read. Okay, here we go. Make sure we only have one page. Okay. What is that? And that. Oh my. The plot thickens. But round the end of a cucumber frame, who should he meet but Mr. McGregor? Uh-oh. Mr. McGregor was on his hands and knees, planting out young cabbages. But he jumped up and ran after Peter, waving a rake and calling out, "Stop, thief!" Peter was dreadfully frightened. Oh, did you like that? Did you think that was funny? Sally thinks that was funny. Look at her tail a wagging. Haley thinks that was very funny. Peter was dreadfully frightened. He rushed all over the garden, for he had forgotten the way back to the gate. He lost one of his shoes among the cabbages and the other shoe among the potatoes. Oh, let's see if we can see cabbages and potatoes. There's one shoe. And a little trouble finding the potatoes, because in the picture he still has the other shoe on. So I think we're just looking at cabbages. And look at what trim is around our book. I see shoes. In the picture, Mr. McGregor's 2 shoes and Peter's 1, 2 shoes around. Let's see how many we have. Let's work on our counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be 5, but it's not all in there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's probably a little piece of 22 right there. Just barely made it there. It's a lot of shoes. We're doing a lot of counting today. Okay, let's turn the page. Definitely just one page. Oh, no. What is about to happen? He ran on 4 legs then and went faster. And he might have gotten away altogether if he had not run into a gooseberry net and got caught by the large buttons on his jacket. It was a blue jacket with brass buttons. Quite new. Peter gave himself up for lost and cried, "Oh, oh, 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 oh." He was scared. Oh, 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 oh. His sobs were overheard by some friendly sparrows who begged him to save himself. "Tweet, tweet, 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 you need to stop crying. Tweet, 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 you need to stop crying." How many sparrows do we see? Take a good look. 1, 2. There are 2 sparrows. Mr. McGregor had a basket and was about to pop it on top of Peter. But Peter wiggled out just in time, leaving his jacket behind. Oh, lose that too. Look at all the buttons, all the brass buttons on our trim of this page. I think we'll pass counting that one. It's a lot of counting. We'll just guesstimate maybe 30 to 40 of them possibly. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's turn the page and let's see what happens next. Make sure it's just the one page, nice and thick. There's Mr. McGregor's scary feet and his rake. He rushed into the tool shed and jumped into a watering can. It would have been the perfect hiding place if it had not had too much water in it. Brrr. is a little cold to be in water right now. Brrr. Unless you're having a warm shower. Brrr. Mr. McGregor was quite sure that Peter was somewhere in the tool shed, and he began to search it carefully. Then Peter sneezed. Achoo! And Mr. McGregor was after him in no time. Oh, no. Oh, look at the trim. Look at the trim around our book. Hi, Haley. Hi, sweetheart. Are you concerned for Peter Rabbit? Huh? Oh, it's kind of a scary story for an Easter story, huh? Oh, my goodness. Look at the watering cans around our trim. I think we should count those because we didn't count the last page. I know, I see you, Haley. Do you want to count watering cans with me, huh? Do you? Do you want to count watering cans with me? Okay, here we go. Oh, that's Scarlett. She's listening too. And sleeping right at my feet is Sir. Yes. I know. Let's count the watering cans, okay? Let's count the watering cans. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, barely. Just see the spout there. 16, 17, and a little tiny piece there. 18. 18 watering cans on our trim. What do you think about that, huh? What do you think about that, Scarlett and Bonnie? What do you think? All right, here we go. Let's turn the page. They are wearing winter sweaters because it's raining out and it's cold. So they need to keep their bodies extra warm. They haven't gotten in any gardens and eaten anything they shouldn't, so they haven't lost their clothes like Peter did. They are still wearing them, and they are warm. There's Peter. He doesn't have his jacket anymore. Peter was trembling with fright, and he had not the least idea which way to go. He was also very damp from sitting in that can. He tried to find his way straight across the garden, but he became more and more puzzled. He came to a pond where a white cat was staring at some goldfish. Oh, there's the cat. Oh, look at the goldfish in the water. Oh, how many goldfish do we see? So pretty and gold. See, 1. Oh, this is not the time to get in the middle of our story, Scarlett. She wants to get a closer look at the goldfish. 2. Let me try and work this out so Scarlett can be in my lap while we finish reading the story. She wants to look at the pages more closely. 2. 2 goldfish and a white kitty with 2 blue eyes, it's a nose, mouse below the nose, whiskers, kitties have whiskers, 2 ears, 2 front paws, 2 back paws, a tail, and the kitty's body, back, stomach, kitty's neck. That. And there's Peter. Does Peter have similar body parts to the kitty? Let's take a good look at the white kitty. Let's take a good look at Peter. Yeah. Peter has 2 ears as well. 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth. 1, 2 front paws. One back paw we could see. The other one is hiding underneath his body, his stomach, his back. But Peter's tail is a little different. The kitty has a long tail, and Peter's tail is short and stubby. Goes on with my dogs too. Look at that. Bonnie has a long tail. Where is she? There she is. Haley has a short tail, just like Peter and the kitty. Long tail. Well, she doesn't get mad if I pull it. There's her long tail. Oh, I know. And Haley's short tail. Oh, let's not get jealous, ladies. Let's see. Since Scarlett's now in my lap, let's see if she has a tail. Nope, Scarlett doesn't even have a tail. As she is a mini pin, I inherited her this way, and sometimes mini pins have their tails docked, which means they're removed per breed specifications. My choice, I would leave them natural. Fortunately, her ears are natural. Sometimes they crop those. But she's got two ears. Let's see. Let's look at now we're talking about body parts. Let's look at Bonnie. Bonnie. 2 eyes, 2 ears. Bonnie. Oh, she's out of frame. Bonnie, I need you. We're talking about your body. Oh, come here. Thank you, baby. A nose, a mouth. Oh, yes, it's her tail, her body, her back. Oh, stop, Scarlett. 2 front paws. Turn this way, honey. Scarlett has some jealousy issues. And 2, 1, 2, 2 back paws. This is another mini pin. This is what a mini pin looks like with a tail. That's Brownie. Brownie Thistle. She also has natural ears. And that's what a mini pin looks like with a tail. Excuse my drawers behind me. Perhaps I should dust it, huh? She also has 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Her back, her stomach, and front paws and back paws. Look at her walking off. She's going to go get some water. All right, let's get back to our story. We were looking at goldfish in the pond with the cat before we started talking about body parts. But it's very important because body parts are part of our science educational standards. She sat very still, but now and then the tip of her tail twitched as if it were alive. Peter thought it best to go away without speaking to her. He had heard about cats from his cousin, Benjamin Bunny. So he's going to sneak off around the planters and the little shovel. All right, let's turn our page and let's see what happens next. It's hard to do with the Scarlet in my lap. I'll try and make it work. Okay, turning the page. Oh, there's Peter squeezing under the fence. He turned back towards the tool shed when he heard the noise of a hoe. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Peter scuttered underneath the bushes. When nothing happened, he came out and saw Mr. McGregor hoeing onions. His back was towards Peter, and beyond him was the gate. Peter started running as fast as he could go. Uh-oh. Mr. McGregor caught sight of him at the corner, but Peter did not care. He slipped underneath the gate and was safe at last in the woods outside the garden. Mr. McGregor hung up the little jacket and the shoes for a scarecrow to frighten the blackbirds. Oh, right there. There's the scarecrow. And look at what's on Peter's jacket. Oh my goodness. How many blackbirds do we see? 1, 2, 3. We see 3 blackbirds with Peter's jacket. I wish this would focus better. Let me go out like this, and I'll grow it like that, and I think that'll help instead. Work with the phone instead of just moving it. Move the screen. Peter's jacket and Peter's shoes. So there's Peter going under the fence. Nothing on. Because it's now part of the scarecrow that Mr. McGregor made. Oh my. Let's turn the page. Oh, look! Mom's in the kitchen working. She's cutting up onions. Look what other fruit she has. Radishes and carrots. Looks like, what could she be doing? Do you think maybe she might be making dinner? It's possible. Peter didn't stop running till he got home to the big fir tree. He was so tired that he flopped down on the floor and shut his eyes. His mother was busy cooking. She wondered what he had done with his clothes. It was the second jacket and pair of shoes that Peter had lost in 2 weeks. Oh my, that's not good. And there's Peter's sisters just looking. What was Peter doing? Why is he so tired? We got beautiful onions around our trim of this page. On our last page, I didn't really talk about it. Our last page was garden leaves. Onions on this page. Let's see. Is that the end? No, I know we have at least one more page. This book's a little sticky. Peter did not feel very well that evening. His mother put him to bed and gave him a dose of chamomile tea. 1 tablespoonful to be taken at bedtime. Reminds me of a song. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. But in Mama Bunny's case, it is chamomile tea. Just a spoonful of, I don't know how you do that one. Chamomile tea helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Medicine go down. Just a spoonful of chamomile tea helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. But Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail had bread and milk and blackberries for supper. So the moral of the story is always listen to the grown-ups in your life. Moms, dads, grandmas and grandpas. Kind of like what we talk about when we have Red Ribbon Week, because they always know best. And that concludes our story. We're going to close our book. Here's the back cover. The Story of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter, illustrated by Lisa McHugh. It says, the story of a naughty little bunny who steals vegetables from a farmer despite his mother's advice has been entertaining youngsters for over 100 years. Ooh, that's old. Winsome watercolor paintings by artist Lisa McHugh bring fresh appeal to this classic of children's literature. delicately abridged text preserves the charm and flavor of the original story. All right, it says also illustrated by Lisa McHugh, The Velveteen Rabbit. Ooh, we should do The Velveteen Rabbit tomorrow. So this is a very, very old story. It's our front cover again, and that ends it for today. Night, Scarlet, and Bonnie, and Haley, and Surrey. They are going to sleep. And that concludes our story for today. Everybody, by the time you'll be seeing this, it'll be daytime, so you don't want to be sleeping like these guys are doing while I'm filming at night. So everybody have a good Tuesday. Bye.